no hostility, no racial slurs, nothing like that. It's all about a community, a family. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm still starting out. I'm a little guy still, but eventually we'll get there.
Awesome. Awesome. So what kind of games do you play on your streams?
So far on the streams, I've done Destiny 1, Destiny 2, Fortnite. I've done a little bit of Skyrim. I'm trying to expand into Dark Souls 3, 7 Days to Die, basically whatever the community wants to watch.
Now, one of the things that I have noticed on your stream that kind of makes your stream a little more unique, so to speak, sets you aside, sets you apart from the other streamers that I've seen, is you take a shot every time someone follows you.
Yes, sir.
What's that about? Is that just something that you came up with, or was that a suggestion? What's that about?
I've been taking ideas from other streamers that I watch, and this one I have to give credit to. I'm sick with it. I've seen
Ah,
him doing it a
okay.
couple of times, and I figured, hey, what the hell? I drink anyhow, so just give a little incentive to some of the people to hit that follow button.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. And I also have with me Curbstomptherat. Now, for those of you who don't know who he is going to introduce himself. He's an amazing individual, by the way. Very, very giving. Amazing individual. Curb, how you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up, Alfie? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your channel. I believe there's a Mrs. Curb in the mix as well.
Oh yeah, it's a wifey. She's been helping me out a lot. Channel just stream every night except for Mondays. Destiny 1 and 2, Fortnite, Rocket League a little bit. That's about it so far. Like father of one, 4-year-old daughter. That's about it, man. Just starting out.
So tell me, on your channel, what can we find in your channel? If someone were to tune into twitch.tv/curbstomptherat, what would they find?
Grown man getting his ass kicked in video games, dude.
What games do you play?
uh, yeah, Fortnite, Destiny. Well, I've backed off of Destiny lately for obvious reasons, but Fortnite mostly lately. Rocket League, Gears of War a little bit. That's about it.
All right, all right. So as you guys have noticed that all of these individuals are have a broad spectrum of games that they play. I mean, both of these individuals, like myself, play Destiny. Both of these individuals, like myself, play Fortnite. Now, I'm gonna go back to a comment that Curb made. I play Fortnite and I have left Destiny for obvious reasons. Do tell what these obvious reasons are, because we are going to be touching on these obvious reasons. Like, okay, now before we go any further, I do want to say that I have no ill will. I don't have any animosity towards Destiny or Bungie or Activision or anything like that. These are all just opinions as consumers of the product. The everything that we share in this regard is just personal opinions based off of personal experiences that we have faced playing this game, whether it is for a streaming perspective or just to have fun with the game. So, Curb, what are some of the reasons why you aren't playing Destiny 2 as much as you would like to? I believe that's a correct assumption.
Yeah. um, there's a few reasons, dude. There's no like grind anymore. There's no there's no one even playing it anymore. Like my whole friends list used to be all Destiny when I played Destiny 1. Now it's all Fortnite. There's no
What about you, Corporal?
um
Um, you've been playing a bit of both. Like I saw you on Destiny 2 earlier. I think a week or two ago. I mean, I think you still dabble in Destiny 2 every once in a while, and have a healthy dose of Fortnite. So, what about you? What are you thinking about the quote-unquote state of Destiny 2 as it is right now?
If I'm going to refer it to Destiny 1, it is in a very, very poor state. We used to spend countless hours. I know myself, I have spent thousands of hours grinding for that God roll. It gave me a reason to play. Now, you have the game done. Like, if anybody can go pick up the game and have it completed in a week's time playing a couple hours a day, and they'll have everything in a game. There's nothing to grind for. There's nothing to get on and repeatedly play. You know, it doesn't keep your interest anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I play now is the weekly reset. I'll do a few things here and there in hopes to keep everything crisp, I guess you could say. So whenever they eventually decide to make it better, I'll be there, you know. And I try to get a few games of trials in.
Mm-hmm.
As aggravating as it is, you know, I end up going back to Fortnite.
Right. So you mentioned that to make it better, what would you do, or what, in your opinion, Destiny 2 lacks that would make it better, or what could they do to get you back to being as excited like you used to be about Destiny 1? I believe, like, that's the main disconnect, is that, you know, like we, when we played Destiny 1, like, that's all we would think about. There would be no other game that we would play. It would literally just be, yo, I'm gonna get home and we're just playing Destiny 1. That's all we're doing all day, every day. Like, there was no question about playing a different game. But now there is. So what could Destiny 2 do as far as improvements is concerned to get you back to playing Destiny 2 like you used to Destiny 1?
Well, I'll touch the biggest and foremost thing about that, and that is they are catering to the casual player, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get competitive players like myself and other people, you know, a lot of the bigger streamers.
Mm-hmm.
They're very competitive. They go in for the grind. They go for, you know, helping people out. And the biggest thing with that is not having God roll weapons. There is no one weapon that everybody's searching for. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you go into a match and it's all team shots, which again is fine. But if your teammates die and you're stuck in a 1v4 situation, there's almost nothing you can do. You know, it's not balanced, in my opinion.
Okay.
The time it takes to kill,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of damage per shot, it's not balanced.
Got you. What about you, Curb? What's your opinion?
To get me back in Destiny?
Yeah.
They need to bring back random rolls. They're bringing ranked play into it, which I thought would be a great idea, but I don't know if it'll be enough. That's the main thing that turned me off in the game, was they took away the random perk rolls, the random, like he was saying, like the god rolls of the guns.
Mm-hmm.
That just took me away from the game.
Got you.
Like I was always playing to search for the best gun, the best armor to wear, the best perks, all that stuff, and it's just not there anymore.
I see. So now I know that Fortnite, being the free beta kind of game that it is, it has been a lot of hardcore Destiny 2 players and Destiny 1 players that have pretty much abandoned Destiny as a whole and gone over to Fortnite. So what is it about this free-to-play game that is, like, this is a free game from a publisher and creator that is, not to say that they're not in the league of Bungie and Activision money and whatnot, but they're considerably smaller. Epic Games is a considerably smaller company, and they've created this free-to-play game that is literally beating a AAA title. What does Fortnite offer that is just better for us as gamers compared to Destiny? I mean, if you look at it, the guns aren't random rolls. The guns are static, just like Destiny 2. the meta is there. There is a meta of what's it called, the ARs and whatnot, and it has changed over the course of the couple months and whatnot. But what is it about Fortnite that still makes people like, yo, I can't wait to get online tonight and play some Fortnite?
Well, if you don't mind, I can touch base on that
Yeah,
one.
go for it.
Go ahead.
I think the thing with that is yes, all the weapons have static rolls, so to say. But at the same time, because it's 100 people dropping in at once and it's a fight to survive, survival of the fittest, you know, it's luck of the draw, just like how Destiny 1 used to be, where you get a weapon and you hope for that certain perk on that weapon, and you get it or you don't get it. Well, when you drop in, you have to go in, find all your weapons, and you hope that you get certain weapons, but you don't always get it. So when it comes to fair play, Fortnite hit the nail right on the head. There is no better fair play than Fortnite, PUBG, any of that type of, you know,
I think
last man standing.
I think the biggest thing is that the hardcore players, the people that and when I say hardcore players, I'm not talking about people who play like their life depends on it. I mean people who dedicate a good amount of time into video gaming, and specifically certain titles take up a good chunk of their video gaming time. I call them the hardcore gamers, and I feel like what has upset a lot of people when it comes to Destiny, and this has also been a Destiny 1 issue, is weapon balancing. And I feel like Fortnite has just hit it right there on the nail as to what could possibly be the perfect weapon balancing of the many weapons that the video game has to offer. What are your guys' thoughts on that, Curb?
That sounds perfect for me, dude. Like everything's balanced, everything's random. It's whoever's best. Can't think of the word for it now.
Last man standing.
Whoever's best with the gun. Whoever can aim the gun, kill the guy, kill the team. Whoever can survive. That's the fairest way to do it. Best way to play the game.
Exactly.
Like that, you can build your own structures. You can do pretty much like anything you'd want to do in a shooter game.
Now
you can sit. Hide in a tree,
right?
In a bush.
We have a similar game, PUBG, that's pretty much the rival, or rather, I should say that Fortnite is the rival to PUBG, seeing as how PUBG came out first, and it's like the pioneer of this whole not survival, but battle royale style gaming. I'm not to say that there haven't been battle royale gamings before, but it's just that PUBG has just taken it to a whole new level. Are you guys going to be getting PUBG when it comes out in a couple days?
Yes.
Okay. Have you played it on PC?
Not yet.
Okay. See, I have not played it on PC either, and I don't know, because I'm in that like odd situation where I'm like, okay, if I buy this game, am I not gonna play Fortnite? Because I don't ever not want to play Fortnite, if that makes sense. Like, I still want to play Fortnite because of how amazing it is. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like if I get into PUBG, especially because of the fact that it's coming to Xbox, I'm just gonna be addicted to PUBG and not play Fortnite. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of a split in that decision, because I don't know if people are going to be getting PUBG like I want them to get PUBG. But at the same time, I already know they're going to be playing Fortnite, so it's like, I get this game, do I lose out on friends, or what? Do you guys have the similar issue?
I've seen other people play Fortnite. I've seen other people play PUBG, and I'd rather watch Fortnite, to be honest. I like Fortnite a lot better.
Gotcha.
As close to being similar as I just like the cartoonish version of it.
Nah, I hear you.
I played a lot of Borderlands, and Fortnite reminds me of that because of the cartoony aspect.
I think it's because of the cartoony aspect that the game stays fun. Like, for example, I love the fact that there's that dancing thing that you can do. Like when you want to quote unquote teabag somebody, you just dance on their bodies. Like, I love that. And I think that's the Destiny in me, because, like, you know, when you used to have this epic play, I'm sure many of you guys who watch my stream have seen me go ham with my doctrine. When I would take off a whole team, I would just dance. And I think it's really nice that they incorporated that in Fortnite. So let's talk about this new DLC that's coming. I'm actually very excited about the DLC. However, I am in no kind of misnomer, or I'm not in any kind of illusion that the actual game is going to change. I know for a fact that the gameplay is going to stay the same and all of that is going to stay the same. However, there's new content coming, and therefore it's going to be a bit refreshing to be able to play Destiny 2 again. What do you guys think, Curb?
I think it'll help a little. I think it'll help a little bit, at least for the first week or so. I don't know how long it's going to last, to be honest. Like, I see it getting stale pretty quick. They're not changing much. There's still tokens for rewards instead of that god roll gun that everybody wants. It's still, like, still trying to, like, grind on stuff that nobody wants to grind on. It's, I don't know, it's taking the fun out of the game, I think.
Right,
the reward
right.
systems.
I think they said there's gonna be like 8 new missions, 1 or 2 new strikes, a new raid, though I don't know when the raid is coming out itself.
Well, it's not a new raid. It's raid layered or whatever they're calling it.
Wait, so it's not a new raid at all? It's just a
No. It's an
supposed to be new
extension of the raid.
encounters, but it's an extension of the old raid.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Area.
It's not.
It's called. It's the Leviathan Lair.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? That's. Oh my god. Now
I
I'm
think
like even more dismayed by the DLC content. Oh my god, that's stupid. What the hell?
Even Destiny 2, I've only done that raid once.
Wow. Is it because you haven't had people to do it, or you just haven't had the interest?
I just don't have the people on that want to play it. No one wants to do it unless I go to a stream and like somebody who's doing Sherpas or something. I can't find anyone that wants to do it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, we used to do Sherpa rating on the channel. I think we did it for, well, it's as long as I was playing the game. I don't think I touched the game at all of November. I think I stopped playing it towards the end of September. And I feel bad. I really feel bad because, like, I paid $100 for this game. And on the one hand, I'm happy that I didn't multi-platform this game. I was actually going to buy this game for PC, and now that I have a PlayStation 4, I was also thinking about getting it for PlayStation 4, so I would be, like, on all platforms. However, the fact that I pretty much beat the entire game and exhausted everything there is to do in this game by the end of, mid-October, that I was just like, do I really want to get this on PC? Because, like, by the time PC was launching, I was like, I'm maxed out and 100% and beat everything this game has to offer. Do I really want to go and do it all over again just to come to this same spot? It's like, what the hell? I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm just all Destinied out. Hopefully the new DLC can revitalize it. And as you said, I don't think it's going to last long because those changes that they were talking about are not going to happen till like later in 2018.
Yeah.
What about you, Corporal? What do you think about the new DLC that's coming out? Is that going to possibly make you go back to Destiny 2 if for a little bit?
Okay, as it stands right now, I can clearly tell you that we'll just say I do a 6-hour stream. 4 hours of that's going to be Destiny 2. The last 2 is going to be Fortnite.
Okay. Got you. You know what? That actually sounds viable because that might be something that I might do because the way Destiny 2 is set up, like, you would get bored. Like, there will be a time where it'll just happen and you'll get bored. Like, my buddy, my Destiny partner, and pretty much my partner in all these games is Emerald Wolf. And one of the things that we do together is we do Sherpa stuff. And he just told me he's got the days off, Tuesday to Thursday, and literally we're just gonna grind out the new content, see what happens with it, and then we're just gonna be helping people out. I'm assuming you guys are going to be helping people out on your channel as well.
Yep.
Now, just for the viewers who are over here and guys who are going to be watching this on YouTube, just remember twitch.tv/CPL Butters. That's Corporal Butters Twitch, and then we have twitch.tv/Curbstomptherat. CURBSTOMPTHERAT. Go give these guys a follow. Drop a follow on these guys. Smash that heart button. If you can sub to these guys, definitely sub to them. We are actually trying to get Corporal Butters to that affiliate status. So please, if you don't mind, make sure you follow him. Make sure those notifications are turned on. Make sure you guys are in his streams, even if it is for a little bit, just so you can give him the viewer count and help him reach that affiliate status. That would be much appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. Now, as always, one of the things that we do over here is not just talk about video games, because we are variety streamers. We play a bunch of different games. Now, I know Corporal Butter said that he dabbles in Skyrim. I think it was yesterday or the day before, he opened up his entire library to his stream and said, hey, you guys tell me what game to play and I'll play it. And Curb as well, you know, he's a variety streamer himself. He doesn't just stick to one or two games. Every once in a while, he'll just pull out a different game just so he doesn't get bored. In the near future, so starting next year, are there any games that you guys are really looking forward to?
I can't remember the name of it.
Is it Anthem?
Yes.
You know, I can safely say. What about it? What'd you say, Kurt?
I was looking into Call of Duty for a little bit, but got to get the money for it first.
So Destiny 2 is so bad that you're actually thinking that Call of Duty is a better option.
Not for multiplayer, it's more for zombies, dude. I love playing zombies.
Oh,
I got you.
I love zombies.
I got you.
I still have World at War on my Xbox for just to play zombies once in a while.
I see.
Yeah.
See, I've never gotten into zombies, and I think that might be mainly because I've never had a good team give me a fun time playing zombies. I've literally played with people who are pro zombie players, and I will maybe get like 3 kills, and everybody else will just kill everything else. So I'll just literally be there like, okay, I guess we're moving on to the next part, and okay, am I taking this? No, I'm not. Okay. So, like, it's never been fun for me, so I've never enjoyed any aspect of Call of Duty at all, especially the zombies. And I know the zombies is a mode that brings a lot of people back to Call of Duty, so unfortunately, that's a game that I will not play. I don't think I touched a Call of Duty since MW3. And that was the last fun Call of Duty that I had. However, Anthem. You know, when they talked about Anthem during E3, everybody lost their mind. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is gonna be like the Destiny killer and whatnot." And I'm like, now, you know, any game is gonna be a Destiny 2 killer. A freaking free game is a Destiny 2 killer.
Yeah, it's true. Oh. Unfortunately, it's true.
But that Anthem game, though, dude, it looks so nice. Oh my god, it looks so good. Have they released any more info about it? Have they said like it's gonna be like open world or something? What enticed you about it, Corporal?
Just the open layout. You know, I used to be a World of Warcraft player. Okay. And when I seen the trailer on E3, it made my eyes pop open. I'm like, holy crap, this is going to be an amazing game. You know, it's kind of hard to explain without actually sitting and watching the trailer again, because it has been a while since I've watched it.
Right.
But it's been that game that I have sitting on the back burner. Okay, next time I hear something about it, I'm going to watch the trailers. As soon as it's able to pre-order, I'm hitting that pre-order, you know. If they have a midnight release, I'll be there type thing.
My only problem with that game right now as it stands is the fact that it's a EA title. And what has happened with Battlefront 2, I feel like something like that is going to happen with Anthem.
Big hype and then immediate fallout.
No, not even that. Microtransactions just blocking everything. Yeah.
That's a lot of games though.
No, okay.
A lot of games
so
like
microtransactions is not a problem for me. I feel like look, if you want to spend extra money getting like extra stuff or something like that, that's fine. But stuff that hinders your game progress and requires you to shell out extra money just so you can progress further in the game, that is stupid. Like I
agree with that.
I will never support any company that does that, especially after charging you a base game price. So say for example, we all know the game. It's that free to play ninja game that's pretty much on all platforms. What's it called? Hold on, I think I have it in my games and apps. It's that ninja game. Oh, I'm losing my mind here. Hold on, let me see if I can go down the list here. Not Smite. That's not Ninja at all, but the other one. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No clue, dude.
Dayshot plays it every once in a while, or like he used to.
It's not Warframe, is it?
Warframe, that's the one. Yes, Warframe. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, so, like, Warframe, that's free to play. However, like, if you spend money and whatnot, you can unlock certain tiers, you could unlock certain weapons and whatnot, but majority of the stuff is cosmetic. It does microtransactions to speed up process, but it doesn't require you to buy stuff. Like, for example, you can still play the game, and in a sort of timely manner, you should be able to unlock everything that you need for the game and whatnot. And they've made it a lot better over the years. Now, one of the controversies with the Battlefront 2 was the fact that you buy this $60 game, and then you have to shell out an extra, I think it was like $300 or $400 or something like that in microtransactions, just so you can unlock every other character. Because I don't know about you guys, but if I buy a Star Wars game, it's so that I can be a badass Jedi master or a Sith Lord. So I can wield a lightsaber and I can just, slice people to smithereens. That's why I would get a Star Wars game. That's what sets Star Wars apart from everything else. But then you're telling me that I pay $60 for this game, then I have to spend either like $20-$30 to unlock this character even further, or spend like 320 hours just so I can unlock that same character. It makes no sense. I feel something like that is what's gonna happen with Anthem. Like right now the expectations are pretty high, but I don't know. Like I'm trying to not set my expectations so high where something like Destiny 2 happens where everyone's like, oh, Destiny 2 is going to be awesome. And then when you start playing it, it's like, wait, I spent like 4 days on it. That's it? Where's the rest of this game?
Like what I just put my money into, man.
Exactly.
That actually gets me thinking about something that we've had multiple conversations with between you and myself, me and Curb, me and multiple other people. Destiny 2, in my opinion, should have just been a big extension to Destiny 1.
It feels like it is that way. It really feels like it's just an expansion and not a full game. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but my expectation was that if you're a sequel to a game, that means you have learned from the mistakes of the previous game. You have learned what worked in the previous title, and that you're just going to build upon that. Destiny 2 feels like nobody on the Destiny 2 dev team played Destiny 1. Nobody on the Destiny 2 dev team knows about Destiny 1. And they literally just created a brand new game and said, hey, here's Destiny 2 because we didn't push this out before Destiny 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, there's so many options in Destiny 1. For example, you have different lobbies for PvP playing, on like 2 lobbies, and it's like,
Yeah.
why? I like I don't know. Okay, maybe again, this is maybe I have too big of expectations from video games at this point, but for people to cheer Bungie as a creator of this game, that yay, they're gonna allow us to have multiple lobbies. Like, why are you cheering this? This should have been from the get-go. Like, this should not be an update. This should not be an add-on. This should be day one. This like why is this something? I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Well, part of me believes the reason that they didn't do all that from the get-go is, one, they didn't spend the time on making the game like they should have. They kind of rushed it, it feels like, and also it seems like because they started it the way they did, and then they eventually add in the things that we had already had in Destiny 1, it makes it feel like the game is progressing and being better, when it's eventually just going to turn out to be just like Destiny 1 was.
So, I have a question then, because you said they kind of like half-assed the game. I mean, they didn't kind of, they really did half-ass the game. Keep in mind that Activision has been calling the shots. This is absolutely true, and I will be touching on that Activision thing in this. So let me ask you this: they half-assed the game, and I believe one of you guys mentioned earlier that they are catering to the not so hardcore gamers. They're focusing more on the PvE aspect of things, which, if you look at it as a whole, is not a big issue. Would you have been satisfied as a gamer if, when they released Destiny 2, instead of them having 2 teams, one focusing on PvP production and one focusing on PvE, they only had PvE production, and they just had this badass PvE content just without any PvP content whatsoever? They just had a lot of PvE content, and then in a future update when Osiris came along, that's when they released all the PvP content, and like their entire dev staff just focused entirely on PvP as a whole, by taking feedback about the different weapons that PvE offered and so on and so forth, and then put everybody into PvP. Do you think that would have been a better way of handling Destiny 2 as it has come out?
Curb, I'll let you have this one.
Dude, that sounds awesome, actually. If it's PvE at the beginning and then like load up on PvP on the first DLC, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so like because there was a lot of PvE content with Destiny 2. However, I wanted them to give us more option with PvE. For example, one of the things that everybody wanted from Destiny 1 was the ability to not only have a playlist for strikes, but also be able to load into any strike and then put any modifiers that you wish. So kind of like private matchmaking, but for strikes.
Yeah, that would have been awesome, actually.
So people would have been able. So it would kind of have been like just having like Gears of War without a PvP aspect. You have all these different modes on PvE, just group activities for PvE, but no PvP. However, the caveat would be that they focused only on PvE and just gave us all this PvE content. Because right now, it's not just that the PvP side is struggling, but PvE players are also dismayed because there's lack of content for them.
Yeah. Like, I liked it in like Destiny 1. They had... Cause I'm more of a PvP player now.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny 1, they had different lobbies, different like lobbies for each game style. I love that about Destiny 1. Like, I don't want to go into quick play and play either Control or Supremacy. I'd rather go in and just play Clash or just play Supremacy or just play Control. I like to have control over what I'm going to play,
Yeah.
especially when I'm playing against other people.
You want to be able to have fun in your own way rather than be forced to enjoy like okay, you know, like you enjoy having pizza with you know, whatever your favorite toppings are. However, then they're like, okay, you can have pizza with either these toppings or those toppings, and you're like, but I want a pizza with one of those and one of those. Yeah. All right. I feel you. I mean, like I said, we're just shooting the shit when it comes to this stuff. What about you guys in the comment section? You know, what do you guys think? What would you do for Destiny 2 that would make you go back and play Destiny 2 as a hardcore player? What would you do? If anybody wants to come onto the show, type into the chat !Discord, and you guys will be able to join up on the Discord if you guys would like to give us your opinions. While we do that, I just want to say I just want to give a quick shout out to the stream team that I'm a part of. If you guys haven't done so already, please go and follow Reb Gaming. I'm going to give him a shout out in chat, but it's twitch.tv/Reb Gaming, REBGAMING. Amazing group of individuals. I have known them ever since their inception. They not only have a website where they do video game reviews and product reviews and stuff like that, but it's all catered and centered around gamers. They have a game battle stuff, and they have a lot of different things catered for all types of gamers. They have a lot of streamers that stream on Rebel Gaming, including myself, that cater to a wide variety of audiences. So if you can, please drop a follow to Rep Gaming. Let them know that Balfi sent you. And yeah, these guys are just flat out amazing. If you guys want to be part of the stream team, you know, I can put in a word with the manager of the stream team, and they're more than welcome, and they're always looking to help others grow as long as they are helping them grow, and so on and so forth. So yeah, amazing group of individuals. Definitely drop them a follow. Twitch.tv/Reb Gaming. So we have Shame coming in here saying, I play D2 anyway. I'm one of few people who enjoy it and play every day, but I do know the issues with it and agree that changes must be made. Absolutely. Changes have to be made. You have to adapt over, and you know, you have to adapt and get better. If you don't change, you become stale. That's just the way it is. And yeah. Pushing everything aside, we talked about the different video games, different things that we're looking forward to, different things that we're playing and whatnot. What do you guys do when you're not gaming? Corporal Butters, what do you do when you're not video gaming? What do you do for fun that it's not video gaming? Other than your wife.
For fun? I was gonna say I got countless hours of work. I've got 4 kids. My son plays hockey. He's been playing hockey for, well, let's see, 9 years now.
Wow,
and
nice.
he's been getting way better. And we do tournaments. We've got tons of games, tons of practices. I help him out as much as I possibly can. There's actually times I'll actually go out on the ice with him and shoot the puck, and I'll act as a goalie and try not to get hit by the puck. But, it doesn't always work that way. For fun, let's see. I would have to say.
Do you watch any TV shows? Like what's on your screen these days? Anything that you would recommend to the viewers?
Gotham.
Really? You actually like that show? Okay.
Yeah, I like that show too.
I am a very big fan of Batman. I have been since I was a little kid. And to be able to watch and see and learn the backstories of all of the villains, all of the good guys, everything, it entices me.
See, I watched I think 2 seasons of Batman and Gotham, and it got stale for me towards the end of 2, and that's where I just left it off. Are you saying that it has gotten a lot better?
Actually, I think I'm old, so I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Gotcha.
I think Curb's further in it than I am.
I've been keeping up with it. I like it. Like it hasn't really changed a whole lot since the beginning. Like they've added new characters, new villains, stuff like that, of course. But the show pretty much goes about the same as when they started it. Just him growing up as a kid, getting through everything, and going through all the usual.
No, I like the premise of it. The premise of it
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne before he was Batman. You know, the events leading up to him being.
How did he become the ultimate badass?
Exactly. Like what led him, his experiences as to, all right, this guy is, you know, what Superman is afraid of. So, no, I do like the premise of it. I don't know. For me, it got a little stale, because it was more drama oriented than it was superhero oriented kind of thing. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion on it. But you know, hey, if you like it, I might pop it in again. It is available on Netflix for those of you guys who have Netflix. So you know, if you want to get caught up on the show, you can definitely watch it on Netflix. I'm sure there are other streaming websites that you can definitely get caught up on. What about you, Curb? What are you watching these days that you would recommend to our viewers?
I don't get into TV a whole lot. Gotham's a big one for us. Flash, I watched Flash.
Oh, that is something that I have been watching. Yes, I have been watching Flash.
I haven't started that yet. I want to.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy it. Season 2.
I still watch.
Season 2 or season 3, it kind of gets weird. But if you can push through it, you're gonna like it.
One thing I'm not liking about it is the the cross shows that they do with like Green Arrow and Supergirl. Like they seem to do like one a season so far, and I haven't been liking them. I haven't watched the other shows, so I can't keep up with them.
I got you.
But
I think
I've been watching Big Bang Theory and stuff like that too. I've always been a fan of that show.
Big Bang Theory is always a good one.
Rock, paper, scissors, Spock.
Yeah, so the cross shows, I didn't have a problem with it till the most recent one, the Earth X thing. Yeah, that yeah, no.
That was just last week's, I think.
Yeah, I watched it on the Supergirl, and I was like, I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna wait till it. Yeah, just. No.
I'm turning on my Netflix real quick because there is a show. I cannot remember the name. Is a very, very good show. I gotta find it real quick.
The wife had me watching Shameless. Her sisters told her about Shameless, and we got through about the first season. And then she started watching it when I was at work, so I couldn't watch it anymore. I actually like that show too.
My favorite shows right now is Blacklist and The Last Survivor, Lone Survivor. It's the Kiefer Sutherland one where he's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And there's one more show that I watch. Can't think the name of it, but all are amazing shows. Amazing shows. Blacklist, dude. That show just... I love the actor. What's his name? The guy in Blacklist. What's his? He voices Ultron. Jack Spader. Oh my god, dude! His performance is amazing, and the twists and turns and the plots of Blacklist, dude. Highly recommend you watch Blacklist to everybody. I also watched Suits. Though that has not, I think it had a season finale a couple months ago, so I'm just waiting on it to start up again. But Suits is another one that I would recommend if you haven't done so already. I think Shifting wants to join in. Shifting, if you can, here we go. I'll just pull you in right there, and here we go.
I can't find it anymore.
Yeah, other than those couple shows, I don't really get to watch TV much, dude. And I got 10-hour work days, come home with wife and kid, and then stream at night every night. So
Got
there's
you.
not a whole lot of like TV.
I hear you. Dude, all of my stuff that I watch, I'll download it and then I'll put it on my phone and then I'll watch it on the way and back from work. That's my TV viewing time, is like that hour 45 minutes to work, an hour 45 minutes coming home or whatever. That's my TV watching time. I come home, I'm either streaming or I'm knocked the fuck out. So those are my times for everything.
I watch a lot of Twitch when I'm at work.
Well, we
I don't
appreciate it when you do
watch
that.
it. I listen to it, but
We appreciate it. Now, one of the things that I
Ooh.
wanted to talk. Yeah, go for it.
I just found it.
Yeah, go for it.
Marvel's Agents
Agents
of
of
Shield.
Shield. Oh my God, yes. I have to get back into it. I think I watched 3 seasons.
I got through the first few seasons that I couldn't watch anymore though. I got like so far.
Did you watch the latest one? I think it was like episode 1 and 2 of season 5. That season 5 just came out a couple days ago. Did you watch that yet, Corporal?
No, not yet. I've watched the first 4 seasons. I've been watching it on Netflix.
Okay, got you. I think I watched the first 3 seasons. I have to get caught up on the 4th season. But yes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is another good one. I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mainly because if you are a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it actually ties in all the movies that happen with the show. So before a big movie launches, they will do an episode in the show that kind of gives you some kind of backstory information in regards to the movie that's going to be coming out. And then after the movie is over, they have a show that kind of touches on the aftermath of that movie as well. So I love the way that the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all of it, is all linked together. Whether it's a show, it's a movie, it's a cartoon, whatever the case may be, the entire cinematic universe is actually one big universe instead of it being its own entity. So I definitely do enjoy that.
Yeah.
Sandman, did you fix your mic stuff? Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
I just fixed it.
All right, got you. There we are. What's
Yeah,
up?
it was going. The mic was going through somewhere else.
Got you.
It was sound was coming out of my TV.
No worries. So what's up, man?
Not much. Just been listening to you guys for a little while. Oh, I think you did touch base on a few things that I was thinking about, like the whole deal with the idea of Destiny doing the PvE stuff, and then in like a later DLC, he put out the PvP stuff.
Yep.
That's kind of the direction that Fortnite did.
This is true. This is absolutely true. And it has worked amazingly.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about during this podcast is where my channel stands and what's going to happen in the near future. Now, for those of you guys who have been watching my channel, much love to you guys. I was able to save up $1,000 spending money that I'm going to splooge on my wife. I said wife because I am getting married in about, well, the trip is in 13 days. Saturday, December 16th is the flight to Pakistan. It is an arranged marriage. Now, I wanted to dedicate a little bit of this time for the podcast for people if they have any questions in regards to arranged marriages, at least in my culture, because I know a lot of people have been bombarding me with questions like, oh, what's going to happen over here? What's going to happen there? What are you going to do this? When's that going to happen? Whatnot. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm just going to talk about all this stuff during the podcast. Also, December 16th, I will be doing a couple IRL streams along the way. We are going to be leaving in the morning around 10 a.m. for JFK Airport, which is in New York. And along the way and whatnot, I'll be doing a couple IRL streams. I will introduce everybody to my immediate family, my brothers, my mom, my dad, and whatnot. And you guys get to see. Well, the new wife is going to be in Pakistan. Once I figure out how the data services work over there, I will purchase an unlimited plan if an unlimited plan exists, so I can stream the marriage ceremonies and whatnot, and you guys can be a part of it yourselves. It is going to be an honest pleasure if you guys can be a part of all this stuff. I have told my wife every step of the way as to who has done what. For those of you guys who donated, who tipped with bits and money and whatnot to make this all possible, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. For all you guys who subbed to myself, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You guys have been an immense help. You have no idea. I am forever, ever grateful to you guys. If you haven't done so, again, guys, Corporal Butters, Curbstomptherat, you guys have to give these guys a follow. Make sure your notifications are turned on. These guys are amazing individuals. If you haven't subbed to them, please definitely do so. We are working on Corporal to sub, and oh, dude, you did not need to do that. Thank you so much for those. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, man. Goes a long way. But yes, that is what's happening. When I come back, January 15th, well, I come back January 14th. I go into work January 15th. When I come back, a week after I come back, the layout of the stream is going to start changing. The coins that everybody has accumulated, they're actually going to be put to some use that is just not included with hoarding. I will be doing monthly goals. If we reach certain monthly goals, I will be doing giveaways. And the way the giveaways are going to work is it's going to be a raffle system, and you will be able to purchase any amount of tickets you want based off of how many coins you have. It will be essentially unlimited tickets. And the way I see it, the people who have been here the longest deserve to have a higher chance of winning. People who have been supporting me longer should deserve a higher chance of winning. So the more tickets you buy, the higher the chances are going to be. Corporal, Curb, do you guys have any last remarks that you would like to share?
I was gonna say congratulations on getting married, dude.
Thank
Soon
you.
to be getting married, I should say.
The way I see it, I'm married. I call her my wife, even though like we're not technically married yet. She's my wife. I love her to death. Like today was one of those amazing days. I literally spent about 4 hours talking to her on Facebook, and I didn't even realize that we spent 4 hours. I'm like, oh wow, I've been in bed just talking to you this whole time. I'm like, oh, I think I need to get my butt out of bed. And it doesn't help the fact that there's a time difference where my mornings are her nights and her mornings are my nights. So it's like I keep her up till about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and then like she sleeps till about like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. She's like, I'm ruining her sleep schedule. I'm like, oh, it's your fault. But yeah.
Nice.
Corporal, it was a pleasure to have you here. Do you have any last remarks?
Yes, I just had one question about the whole arranged marriage and everything.
Yeah, please.
The only thing I'm wondering, and I think I know the answer to, but to answer anybody's thoughts about it, is when you guys finally get married, are you coming, or are you going to be?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You kind of broke up a little bit. Are we doing what?
Are you and the wife going to be coming back to the States, or are you going to stay over there?
So the way it works is that once we get married over there, I can start the immigration process for her to be sponsored to come here. Now, in our culture, there are 3 different parts of the marriage. The first is called nikah, which is once the nikah happens, that is the official, you guys are married, you guys belong to each other kind of thing. then is a second part which is called Ruxati, which is where the bride leaves her dad's house and comes over to the groom's house, and there's a celebration of that. Now that won't take place till she can actually come over here from Pakistan. I will come back, after a month's time and whatnot, and so I can start the paperwork over here after I start the paperwork over there. And then once she comes over here, we're going to have our honeymoon, and after that is going to be a third party, which is called Walima, where we, let everybody know that we are happy together. I'm not really sure as to what the point of the last party is yet. Still working on it. Still trying to figure things out.
Hey, a party's a party.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a reason to have a party, my man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. Reason to have a party. Everybody's invited. By the way, I do have an open invitation for everybody. If you guys would like to join in on the Walima party when it takes place in the States, you guys who have been supporting me, who are my dedicated viewers and whatnot, have an open invitation. If you want an actual invitation, trust me, my wife would love to send one out to you guys. So if you want one, let me know. I will make that happen. And from the bottom of my heart, guys, again, thank you so much for all your love and support.
Thank you, Belfie.
My pleasure. All right, without further ado then, that pretty much is the end of episode 3 of the GDP, or the Gamerz Dynasty podcast. Tune in next month. The next podcast is going to be in February, not in January, because I will not be here for half of January. The next podcast will be February. I would like it if these gentlemen over here were a part of it. It takes place the first Sunday of the month, so February 4th is what I'm aiming for the next podcast to be. If you guys would like to be a part of it, please let me know. If you know anybody that would like to be a part of the podcast, or if you know any streamers, whether they're of any level, low level, high level, whatever the case may be, I personally prefer smaller streamers who have not been affiliated yet. If you feel as though that they deserve a shout out, please send me their names. I will check them out and I will shout them out during the podcast. I will send all of my viewers, my entire community their way if possible. So yeah, thank you again, guys. It was an amazing podcast, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, dude, thank you so much for having us, man.
The pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
Yeah, even though I got here late. Sorry about that.
It's all good, dude.